Girl, it has been way too long, and I'm so sorry for that. It's just that there's just so much craziness, so much stupidness, so much freaking drama. Go please, go please, go please, go please. Um, I think the main reason why I haven't been able, didn't have really had the time was because of my A levels, and I really didn't, and I really underestimated how much work it would be. But that was just we can talk about that when the time comes, and everything else I got to share with you. Like I want to make it sort of digestible, because if I throw it at you all at once, you might just be like, "Girl, please." But the long and short of it is, now that I've finished college, I have a lot like unlimited free time now, I guess. So I'm here to stay. And sometimes I really did want to record, and I really had the time to, but I couldn't because the laptop completely broke down. Not that I throw her about on a regular basis, but she survived a lot. Like down the stairs, in the bathtub, having all sorts thrown on her. She can stand the test of time. So I don't even know why she went so easily. I mean, it's like surviving 10 train wrecks and dying of food poisoning. Like, are you serious? For some reason, I wanted to tidy up my oh so messy room, and I put my clothes from the floor onto my bed so I can like tidy up on the floor and then put clothes away and then all that sort of stuff. But what was to happen was instead of reaching round to grab what I was gonna pick up off the floor, I climbed over my bed to pick it up. And what was to happen was, clothes or my pillow or whatever was covering my laptop, and then I accidentally cracked her frame, um, and and that was just that. I mean, I don't even know how it happened. I mean, she just survived so much. Like, the screen could have broken 10 times over. But then, like, I'm not that heavy, am I? And I was just confused. And the screen was just, like, that bit was white and that bit was sort of okay, but the white bit was like all rainbowy and like staticky and like had lines in it, and I was just freaked out. So after a quick Google search, I found out that the LCD screen was broken, even though so for some reason I don't understand how you can get liquid crystals in the display, but maybe that's just some next thing which I don't understand. But fixing it seemed pretty simple. All I had to do is buy a screen and replace it. Simple. You think? I removed what was left of her frame quite messily, actually. Looking back, and I'm not surprised what happened. And I tried to take out the 40-pin plug, the cable thing at the back of the screen. But I must have. What was I doing? Was I in a rush or something? Because I was just doing it so. I wasn't so undelicately. Like I really don't have a word for it. And the wires at the back of the in the top of the plug kind of frayed a little, like kind of came out loose. But I was like, you know what, it's just one of those things. You know what I mean? And just try to force the wires back into the plug, use glue, sellotape, blue tack, you know, whatever I use. So when it was time for her face transplant and put her veins through her new face, I didn't know what happened. All I remember is seeing like a white, blue, green flash. The big hand was on 2 before. Woke up, the big hand was on 4. I find that a lot of services tend to overcharge you. And if I just learn how to do it myself, then not only I can do it myself the next time also, but in case it happened again, God please. But then I'd save like half my money, so why not? And plus it's even really simple. Like, I upgraded her RAM just before, and I really don't know how I could have went wrong. Well, I do, but go please. So I found some local IT repair guys, and one person was just like, oh no, sorry, we only work with businesses. But like, what business is around here which needs 50 laptops or 50 computers fixing? Like seriously, you're gonna hold out for that big bundle of 50 laptops to earn that much money, but you just missed out on one, and all those ones add up. So I just don't understand it. And plus, there's fine business in this day and age. Like, if I was buying and selling on eBay, would I be a business? Next, batch number 1 was really shady to me. His shop wasn't necessarily in the outskirts of town, or puberty again, but in those kind of places where no one would ever go on purpose, like, if you know what I mean. Like, you'd just be there, you're just thinking, okay, how do I get here so I can figure out how to get the frick out? But he was just very shady to me, like, something about his teeth, his whole demeanor about him. Like, his shop was big, but there was, like, no customers, no cars in the car park. just strange to me. And he gave me like this ridiculous price, like just to look at my laptop, like something like £12.34 or something stupid. I mean, really, £12.34? Why not just £12.35? Why not just round it down to £12? Just a tenner. Like seriously, like you know when someone's trying to scam you when they're like, oh, under £1,000. £999.99. Bitch, please. It's like you're trying to scrape coins off people and you're trying to scam them into thinking that it's cheaper when really it's not. Like, no one's gonna say under £1,000 and it's like £200. That just doesn't happen. And number two was kind of hard to find, but it's in one of those places where Google Maps tells you two streets and it's in some hidden third street. Like that was just annoying to me. And I feel so bad now because it had like kids, like children, and one boy and one girl, I think, and play with gadgets and things, and colouring, and actually took down the details of the laptop and said they had to order the piece, and I didn't go back to him. So yeah, that's that one. So just like Goldilocks, number 3 was just right. And I just think he was a real businessman. He said it would cost this much, I think £20, which, considering I bought the screen for £50, which I really didn't have at the time, and that is ridiculous cheap, just to get my laptop in proper working order again, I think. And he said, okay, I might have the part in stock, but if not, come back tomorrow and it will be here. So I went over tomorrow, and he said, I think he said, do you want me to give you a receipt? As in, he would charge me for the service, I'd leave the laptop with him, and then come back. If it doesn't work, then he'll give me a refund, which I think is amazing. And I don't really like leaving my laptop with other people, just because these sort of horror stories you hear on just like weird TV shows, about people stealing your identity, stealing your passwords, stealing all your data, like even just things like hard drives, like you really have to destroy the hard drive to destroy the data on the hard drive, which I think is really weird. Like something should be in place by now where you can just like delete your data and that's it. But I can just imagine someone like ringing me up in some other country and saying, "Oh, yes, I know about ABCDEFG. Give me $1,000 and you can have your information back." Like that's not gonna happen. So I stayed there and watched him fix it, because if this would happen again, then I can just fix it for myself quite easily. But may she rest in peace. May she rest in peace. She completely died. No, there was some light. There was some kind of pulse, but she wasn't alive. No, she wasn't. I'm arranging the burial pretty soon, and tickets will be available. But she had a long run, and she's a survivor, and that's how she'll go. But now I'm just like harvesting her for parts and and making some money. And excuse the fast pacedness of this. Like this heat and my nose are just not a good combination. But what I did is I harvested her brain, her hard drive, and inserted it into this laptop right here. So now I have like twice the amount of space. And actually I took some of her RAM and put it in this one. What else shall I do? Like this it reminds me of like those, what? It's not grave diggers, but what am I thinking of? But anyway, I just bought this laptop for £150, well £130 plus £20 postage, in which I think is ridiculously cheap as well. It's used, but it may as well be new. I mean, it's in new condition. And I just don't understand the point of buying brand new laptops anymore. I mean, even things like Windows 8 being released, like what's the point in buying a whole new laptop just for an operating system when you can download it for like a tenth of the price? It's like people who buy each and every iPhone 3G, iPhone 4G, iPhone 5. Like, what's the point? Like, what's the difference between the iPhone 3G and iPhone 3GS? Like, really? It's the same phone. And I wonder to what point people are just gonna not care about upgrades anymore. In the Galaxy S3 gave us so much. Galaxy S4 gives us so much more. But is that so much more really worth that £200 to upgrade your contract? Okay, so the screen is 1% bigger, and it has loads of features which I'll never use. And I'm supposed to be excited about that? I don't think so. And I was gonna buy a new laptop eventually for uni, but now we're gonna take care of this one. Like this one is not gonna touch the floor, not gonna even touch the bed. It's gonna like hover in some plastic bubble, not even plastic. Like go please! This laptop is not gonna break. It's gonna stand the test of time, just like she did. And this one, it's not gonna go so easily either. And all the all the videos I said I recorded earlier in the year, those were on the old hard drive. And when I tried to access them again after inserting her in here, um, they were just corrupted. I just couldn't do anything with them. And I'm so sorry about that. But and as well, the old laptop was so slow. I tried to delete some data of it. I didn't know what to delete, what to keep, and this new laptop is just heaps better. It's faster. It's faster and has more memory. And it actually has like this its own webcam, but it's really low quality. So, but for any reason, if I can't find the webcam I'm using right now, then I still have something. So that's good. Oh, and that's gonna be it for now because not only do I think the video is kind of too long, but I really need to blow my nose, and it's been I holding this in for half an hour is no, you didn't need to know about it. So you'll see me soon, and I'll see you soon. Stay amazing as always, and peace. Oh please. Oh, and I'm just so busy right now because you'll find out soon. You'll find out soon. You'll find out soon.